Good afternoon, everybody. Here it is, Tuesday again. No, it's not Tuesday again. It's Thursday. What am I thinking? 2 days extra. That means I'm on air tomorrow. Do you know what? It's so busy here. It's great, but it's a little bit crazy. The weeks fly by. So I'm going to take just a little bit of time out and we'll do our tile, shall we? This is number 480. And I have one of the pale green tiles out of the Sorbet mix. So yeah, they're back in stock. We've had some Sorbet in. It's been a while, I know, but we're there now. I've got my regular pen pencil Tortillon, a bit of a rubber and a few pencils lying around just in case I feel like it. So let's make a start, shall we? I'm going to come straight in today, straight in with a pen. But please don't feel like you have to. It's absolutely fine. And where shall we start? I'm going to put, let's have a look. Maybe I'm going to sort of do it slightly diagonally like that. So rather than have it flat, have it on a point. And then I'm going to put myself a bit of like a curve here. Now, say a curve, I'm going to do 4. So you might want to kind of watch this first. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to put a little bit of a bowl shape underneath, so I've got that kind of thing. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to go in a bit so you can see what I'm doing with this. Pair of lips at the minute, but a bit dodgy, but pair of lips. So I'm going to imagine where the middle is, and I'm going to bring that line to the middle, line to the middle, and that line to the middle. Okay, and across the top I'm going to put in a little curve there like that, and then one there, and then one there. All right, so from the bottom I'm going to bring up a couple of little lines. See, I'm going to get 2 in. If you can't get 2 in, it's fine, just put 1 in. We'll want some going in like that. All right, let's have a little look at that so you can see size. Okay, so I'm going to do another one. Let's do one here. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then curve underneath. I'm going to curve this way and this way, and then this one, look, is going this way, and then 1 in the middle and 1 either side. So again, let's put some lines in. So if you can only get 1 in, that's fine, just get 1 in. Other than that, go for 2. All right, so that's a bit smaller, that one, that's fine, I don't mind. I didn't specify a size. So let's bring another one in. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and curve it. And then bring it to the middle, or about the middle anyway. And in there, gives me that shape. So with this one, I'm going to make my curves a little bit taller on this one. You see, so it's sort of straighter to start with. Gives it a little bit of sense it's a bit different. And then again, bringing my lines in, 2 on each shape, if you can do that, or go into that middle point. Okay, so let's put some stems in. First thing we need to do, I'm going to come in a bit, is I'm going to put like a little cup shape at the bottom, but leave a gap, because that's where we want our stem to come from. And that one there. I'm going to bring this one in first, because this is at the front. So let's bring it down. I'm going to come into that corner like this. Not quite in the corner, but I'm there for sure. And a little bit of a curve at the bottom. So same sort of thing. It's going to sort of flow over here. They don't matter. It doesn't matter if they don't meet. It's not always in the corner. It's fine. There we go. And another have a little look at that. So this one, you can see it sort of wants to go this way anyway. It's going to be slightly more of a curve. So let's see where that takes us. If you're not sure where it's going to go, imagine first. You do a practice run or do it in pencil. So we've got that. Okay. So I'm going to put a couple more of these in. We've got space to do so. So I'm going to bring one in here. I'm going to make it a bit smaller though. It's like a little bird, that, isn't it? So do another one. I'm going to put the curve underneath. Just gives a sense that there's something in the distance. See, in the middle, either side. Oh, not forgetting my lines. So this one, a lot smaller, isn't it? So I'm going to put one line in there. So I've got that going on. And then I'm going to do a couple over here. So I think, let me put my little M kind of shapes in, see how that looks. Okay, there's my first one. And I think I'm probably going to, I'm going to draw that in first and see how I feel. We can always make that decision after. And you know, even if you're still not sure, you could always come in with pencil and draw it in first and then see how it feels. You see. Let's put the stems in for those. Oh, I didn't put my cup. See, that's going to come kind of round there. There you go. We could pretend that cup's on the other side. There you go. And then this one, let's do that. Oh, lines. Get two in there, look. Alright, so I'm going to, I always sort of aim for that corner, but I'm not expecting every single one to go there. So they're all in a similar area, you see? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5. Do I want another one? Oh, I think I'm going to leave it at that actually, but you know, you can add as many as you want to. You can get smaller and smaller. But you know, when you've got flowers, you always need a few leaves. So I'm going to come in. Let's bring one in sort of up here first. I'm going to imagine it's coming, the stem is up from there. You see that's coming down, it's going to join this stem, so you're not seeing the bottom. And I'm coming from the top, so it's got a bit of a point on it, like that. And then from one side, I'm going to come round, and the other side, round. And then I'm going to do little V's on the side. So let's get another one of those in, sort of in this area. Let's sort of bring it from there, look, up behind there, then to a point, back down. So as before, up there. Now this could get quite tricky because we've got stems and things in the way. If you feel you need to, draw them in pencil, go over everything so you're happy with what you've got. So let's get a few more. And now again, depending on how you feel about doing that point, sometimes it's better to do it both lines going up bank. I'm going to do a few of these so I can see where they're going, and then I can always come back, put my leaves on in a bit. So I'm not too seriously planning kind of thing. See here, look, I'm going to have to go behind because I've already drawn that in. And then let's put those leaves on. Okay, little V shapes. And this one. Long, long, little V shapes. See, straightforward once you've got the hang of it. I think the worst thing for these is thinking, where should I put them? Once you've got over that, it doesn't matter, you get the idea. Got a few going on. I still want to put more in though. Got plenty of space around here. So let's have a look. I'm going to come in with one up here. So that's going to be slightly behind that one, look, but that's fine. You're going to see some of it. And that again, even before shading, gives a sense of dimension and depth, doesn't it? Because they're going underneath. I'm going to bring one off here. And there. Again. Bring that leaf shape in. Little V's. So I'm going to work my way around. Again, it's always nice to put some in and put them all over and then go back in and add some more afterwards. Because if you put loads in one section, you don't want to do any more. Then you've got one section looks more built up than the other. See, we've got space in here. So we could bring one sort of off here, look. And that's going to imagine. Now let me show you actually, because if you think, oh, I can't really imagine that, what's happening? That's my stem. You see, I can draw over the flower. Then that'll be my leaf, like so. Put my V's in. Let's go up and have a little look at that. Roll that me. There you go. You see? So now if I come in with pen and draw in just the bits that I want, when that's dried, look, if it's okay there, I can remove the bits of pencil and it's perfectly behind where it wants to be. Okay, so I'm going to go with another one up here. So you're just going to see the bottom of that one, little V there, but you know it's there. And let's have one coming this way. In amongst that. Up we go. And again, little V's. Like so. Gosh, look at that. Okay. So I've got a bit of pencil there. That's okay. I'm going to leave it for a little while. I want to bring in some little flourishes now because we've got the main gist of it. So bringing in some extra bits and pieces. I'm going to come in a bit so you can see it. We do lots of different ones and it's nice to mix and match. So what I am going to do is I'm going to create one, something we've done before, fill it in. Then I'm going to extend that line a bit, curve it. Looks like it's pointing, doesn't it? Let's do that again. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to go over there, look. Oh, fill that in. Now what you can do, before you fill it in if you want, you can do that little extension and fill it in as a whole piece. Let's look again. So this one, look, I'm going to go behind. I'm going to do that little bobble, extend it, you see, and fill it in. So that's one way of drawing it. You could, if you wanted to, come on in. Let's go this way. And you could come up and then create the bobble and fill it in. It's whichever way feels good for you. Let's move that down a minute. So let's do another C. I'm going to go bobble. I don't know if I like the bobble. Yeah, I think I like the bobble first. You see, it feels more natural. Bobble first, but then put the line in. Watch that again, like bobble first, then put the line in and fill it. So beauty about filling things in is you can go over things because let's say you're going to fill it in, so it's good. And again, having that little bit of blackness there makes a difference as well. And before you know it, you're going to be putting these in all over the place and not thinking about them. Okay, here we go. And in there. So let's put one in there. And let's have another one. I'm getting carried away now. I do like doing them, but look at the difference that's sort of made. It's given it. So I'm going to put one in there. A little bit of interest going on, other than there's flowers. There we go. All right. So let's get rid of that pencil line. And I'm going to bring a bit of shading in. Okay. So I'm going to use my 2B pencil. I think I might put some colour in afterwards, but for now I'm going to stick with the pencil. And on the stems, I'm going to fill in that cup and bring a bit of pencil down the stem. So if I search out my flower shapes, fill the cup, bit down the stem. Do a little bit under here as well, because you know there's a lot of stem there and it needs a little bit of interest. Same with this one. Job done. That was very straightforward. Flowers, I'm going to come across the bottom. Just going to do the bottom there. And then here, little bits inside those little V shapes. So, all across the bottom. I can do a bit more there because it's kind of big. And across the bottom into those little areas. That one not so much. It's probably the smallest one, so a little bit of attention. Same with this one. See, little bits in there. Across the bottom again. And little bits inside. Okay, so if we've got our leaves now, you can add little bits of pencil to the stems. See, that's quite a long one, so give it a bit of attention. And then choose a side. I'm going to go with this lower edge. Put a little bit in there. Lower edge. Same there, look. Same there. Okay. You see, I'm not particularly worried about whether it looks neat or not at this stage. It's just about applying that little bit of graphite there. Okay. So, Tortillon. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I start with this largest flower. We've got the stem. I'm going to soften that off a little bit. Try not to fill it all. So you see, it doesn't have any pencil, but there is going to be a little bit of pencil on my graphite on my tortillon, so I can do that. Let's pull this out a little bit. Now you might need to swirl it to get it started, and then pull it out a little. We want a little bit of an uneven line there. It's going into petals. And little bits on there. Again, try not to fill the whole section if you can help it. Just little bits. So I'm going to search out the rest of my flowers. That hardly needs any. And of course, work your way down the stem once you get to it. So along and into those little sections there, like that. See, this little bit low. Soften that off. Next one. Swirls if you need to. Again, give it a little bit of a rough edge. Want a little bit of texture in there. And that bit, of course, I'm going to come down that stem a bit. Do that one while I've seen it. And my last flower, into that one. Little bits. Okay, bit of stems there as well. Then my leaves, I'm going to start with a swirl and push it into the other side a little bit. So it's filling that section nicely. Just pull it in a bit. Of course, if you're colouring, you want nice bright colours, going over a bit, then use your colours as usual. I did use colours on the last tile, so you could go back and have a quick look at that. But I'm going to put some colour over the top of this in a short while. See, this one here, it needs a little bit more pencil, because on that one, it's hiding behind that one, so it's going to be a bit darker. Swirling around this one, slightly into that side, same again. And you see, almost all shaded. Okay, last one, and we'll have a little look at it. Okay, so It's nice. That's nice either way, isn't it, actually? I don't mind. So, okay, I want to bring a little bit of colour in. I'm going to completely overdo it, but a nice pointy end. So I've got a bit of mahogany here. It's very, very red, this one. So you think, oh, it's going to be brown. It's not. It's very red. So working with flowers, I'm going to add a little bit over the top of my shading. I'm not trying to blend it or colour it in. It's all about applying a little bit of colour. And come over those lines a little bit. And then inside here, let's fill a little bit, just sort of in the middle, right in that V shape there. So it's giving a hint of a colour, but not actually colouring in. Okay, let's try that with this one. So again, not trying to blend it in because the shading's done that already. Adding a touch of colour, getting in those V's. So I'm not trying to do the whole thing, just putting a little V in. Same on this one. Just going to get rid of that, just come over there a bit. Inside those little V's, just a hint of colour. Let's have a little look. Okay, so you've got something a little bit darker there. We've not used black, I've used the mahogany. Let's have a look at a bit of deep green. You can use khaki as well if you want to. And I'm going to come down one side of those stems, a little bit of that. Again, it's going to be kind of muted because we've got that grey underneath. But that's okay. A little bit in there. I just want a hint of colour and not an actual sort of full-blown colour. Okay. So I'm going to come down a little bit lighter to my grass green. Let's go back into one of my leaves. See where I've got the darkness? I'm holding my pencil quite away, look, from the edge. So I'm swirling a little bit of green there. Just over the top of that shadow in there. Like so. Just work it over. So really not pressing on. It's more about adding that little hint than anything else. I think I'm going to come back with my mahogany and do this one. So just setting it in there, little bits. Alright, and the next one. Into that one. And again, a bit of mahogany. It's very red, isn't it, that one? Bit of green. Just over the top of that shadow. As we work our way in. Okay, let's have a little look at that. Alright, so you see we've got quite a sort of a subtle little piece there. I'm just going to come in with my pencil for a moment. And some of these leaves at the top edge here, for example, I'm going to add a little bit on the outside. See, a bit on the outside. You see, it's not quite touching. And softly, softly. A little bit of shading there. Just giving it that a little bit of sense that it's lifted slightly. So see, swirling it round, easing it off. I'm going to do this one as well. Just coming around the shape. Do a bit of the stem there. And around we go. Softening that off. Oh, thank you, John. Cup of tea time. It's a quick one today, John. We've almost done.
Oh.
Right, a little bit at the bottom there. And there see a little bit less than I've done with the other. So nice and gentle. Just a little bit of softening. And that one. So this would look completely different if you did it in seriously bright colours compared to using just the shading on the pencil. Okay. But now and again, you don't always want to have full colour. You think just a little bit would be nice, and having something kind of subtle does everything you want it to do. And having that little bit of sort of shading, that's gone a little bit far there. You know, makes life a little bit easier for you. And then you can add colour over the top. So all that's left to do with this one is, I don't know which way to have it now actually. I'll go with that way. And there we go. There's our tile for the day. 480, all done. So there it is. I know we're a day early with this. It's because, of course, I'm going to be on air tomorrow between 1 and 2. So not quite, or wouldn't quite have managed to get it in. So hopefully you've caught it, or you can catch up tomorrow. It's no problem. But please, do your pictures and put them on our Facebook group. Let's all see the different variations that you've done. It'd be lovely to see. And of course, other than that, have a lovely day, everybody. I'm going to go and enjoy my cup of tea now and catch up with finishing bits of prep off, ready for tomorrow. And facing that, other than that, I will see you, gosh, isn't the time flying, next Tuesday, which, are we going into October next week? And of course, we've got the October kind of, it's not an Advent anymore, it's like a little tile mosaic thing. So Chris has put a post out on that. If you're not sure, go and have a look at it, and we'll have a go at that next week as well. So, all right, leave you to it. Have a good one, everybody, and I'll catch you soon. Okay, take care. Bye.